Hello, distinguished friends and colleagues. This is Stuart Hamilton, the Pro-Life Activities Coordinator for the Archdiocese of Louisville, Kentucky, serving under Deacon Stephen Bowling. And this is 5 Minutes for Life, where we take 5 minutes to discuss one ministry or one event or one topic that affects the pro-life movement here in the Archdiocese of Louisville. Now, before I get started on this video, I want to say that at the end of this video, I will be promoting an awesome opportunity for archdiocesan youth. So if you work with youth or you're a grandparent or a parent, you want to stay tuned for that advertisement at the end of this video. Or if you just want to skip there right now, you can do that. So what is this video about? We are going to be answering frequently asked questions about the Vote Yes for Life campaign. Now, I know I did a video on this a few months back, but since then, the pro-abortion advocates have really ramped up their anti-Yes for Life campaign in the media apparatus. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so I want to answer your frequently asked questions. All right, so first question. What is the Vote Yes for Life campaign? I just had to explain this for like the 13th time to my sister the other night when she was over for dinner. Okay, on November 8th, there will be an election. November 8th. And you need to show up at the ballots. Now, we really don't care who you vote for, or at least we're not promoting who to vote for. You could vote Republican, you could vote Democrat. That doesn't matter. We're not trying to tell you how to vote. But what you do need to do is go to ballot initiative number 2, right? So go past who you're voting for, go past ballot initiative number 1, go to ballot initiative number 2, and vote yes. Vote yes for life. Yes to a one-sentence amendment which states you cannot read the Kentucky State Constitution in such a way that you find a right to abortion there or a right to taxpayer funding for abortion. Now, this amendment is exceedingly important. It's only one sentence, but it protects the abortion from being misrepresented by activist judges. Now, this has been a startling trend since Roe v. Wade. Unfortunately, judges sort of short-circuit the legislative procedures by saying the right is simply there in the Constitution, which makes abortion automatically legal through all 3 trimesters. So it's exceedingly important to put this amendment in place, to vote yes for this amendment, to make sure that no activist judge can read into the Kentucky State Constitution something that the original authors of that Constitution never meant, and it is clearly not in the Constitution. And this will allow our legislators then to debate the issue on both sides of the issue in a way that's unhampered. Now, the second frequently asked question that I get a lot is, what is the Archdiocese doing to promote the Vote Yes for Life campaign? Now, first of all, I don't know whether you know this, but the Archdiocese of Louisville is actually a co-sponsor of this campaign through the Catholic Conference of Kentucky. It was the Catholic Conference of Kentucky that helped with the legal work to get this on the ballot and to word the amendment appropriately, along with Kentucky Right to Life. So we're already co-sponsors, but what are we doing to promote it at that level? Now, you should know that Planned Parenthood is probably outspending Kentucky Right to Life and us by about $1 million per county. So it's exceedingly important that we get the information out, but that we do it in waves so we can sustain our campaign all the way to November 8th. So initially, you may have seen that Jason Hall, the Executive Director of Catholic Conference of Kentucky, wrote several articles in the Record trying to explain what this Yes for Life campaign is and ballot initiative number 2. I, in August, had a meeting with all the Respect Life chairs to explain the amendment and to send them back to their parishes to start explaining it in their parishes. And just this last week, we had a letter go out from the Catholic Conference of Kentucky to pastors, parish administrators, school superintendents, principals, and the Catholic Charities Director. And it basically, this letter, which was, by the way, signed by none other than Archbishop Shelton Fobb there, our Archbishop, it explains what's appropriate and what people can do to promote this amendment in their parishes. I want to just read you one little piece. Quote, ballot questions, such as the vote to be held this November on Amendment number 2 being promoted through the Yes for Life campaign, which the Catholic Conference of Kentucky is a member organization, are considered lobbying activities as opposed to political campaigns under federal law. Therefore, there is greater freedom to discuss and promote these initiatives. However, care should be taken to utilize materials approved by the USCCB, the Catholic Conference from Kentucky, or the local bishop, and not materials that may approach the issue in a manner contrary to church teaching. Also, Kentucky law does impose reporting requirements on expenditures in support of or opposition to ballot questions. Care should be taken to follow all guidance from the Catholic Conference of Kentucky on reporting requirements. So basically what this is saying is you can distribute materials about the ballot initiative number 2. You can speak from the pulpit on ballot initiative number 2, and you can put things in your bulletin. As a matter of fact, the archdiocese is sending out its own packet of materials in mid-September so that you can start putting bulletin announcements in and start getting your pastor comfortable with the idea of maybe even speaking about this from the pulpit if he so feels inclined. At the very least, you can make your pastor feel more comfortable by asking, can I just read the bulletin announcement? Now, if you want materials right now, there's already a ton of materials that are available through the Vote Yes for Life campaign website. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Any of the campaign materials on that website are approved by the Catholic Conference of Kentucky, and it is extremely important that you use those materials or materials from our office that goes out to the parishes so that you can promote the message in an appropriate way. But please, please, please listen to that last part, that you have to follow the guidelines on the Catholic Conference of Kentucky website for how to keep up with the expense of those materials. Now, mid-September, there are several parishes that are going to be hosting informational sessions so that we can train people to go back to their parishes and use these materials in the appropriate way. There's one on September 14th. Holy Family Church on September 14th from 6:30 to 7:30 will be having one of these training sessions, and Adia Wushner from Kentucky Right to Life will be heading that effort up, as well as representatives from the Archdiocese. So if you want to attend one, Holy Family Church is, but there will be other churches. And if you want to host one of these training sessions, please get a hold of us through our office. Now, there's a lot of misinformation I've heard about this ballot initiative out there, and I want to address it right now. Pro-abortion advocates are advertising that if you do vote yes for life, it will automatically make abortion illegal. And women who have conceived in rape will automatically be forced to bear their children. And women who have miscarriages or women who have ectopic pregnancies will not be given access to abortion. This is a flat-out lie. It is misinformation. It's not true. The ballot initiative isn't saying anything about the legality of abortion. It's simply saying you can't read a right for abortion in the Constitution. The legality of abortion will still be debated in the legislative process. So after you vote yes for life, your votes are still going to be important for your legislators, because your legislators are then going to be responsible for debating, is abortion going to be legal? Is it not going to be legal? If it's illegal, will we allow exemptions for rape? We already allow exemptions for the life of the mother, even in existent proposed laws. But all of that will be debated in the legislative procedures. But what we're trying to avoid is some activist judge short-circuiting the legislative procedure by saying the right is there. Because you know what? If that judge says that there's a right in the Kentucky State Constitution, then abortion would automatically be made legal through all 3 trimesters, and our legislators won't be able to hamper abortion at all because it's going to be considered a right. It'll be Roe v. Wade, but on the state level, and that's what we're trying to protect. So once again, let me be clear about this. The Vote Yes for Life campaign will not make abortion illegal. It'll only protect the legislative procedures to be able to debate this without activist judges short-circuiting that procedure. Now, it's very important for you to get out there and promote this. It's very important for you to start talking to your pastors about this so they feel comfortable with talking about it and distributing materials about it, putting the appropriate bulletin announcements in place to explain it to their parishes. And you can have a part to play because you can get involved and talk to your pastors or have these listening sessions. Now, that's the end of my frequently asked questions. If you have any others, please feel free to get a hold of me through my email through the Archdiocese website. At the end of this video, I promised I'd promote something very special, something close to my heart. I am taking a busload of Archdiocesan youth on our annual Pilgrimage for Life in late January 2023. This is an awesome pilgrimage. Tens of thousands of Catholic pro-life youth descend on Washington, D.C. They attend the Mass for Life in Washington, D.C., the March for Life in Washington, D.C., and the National Pro-Life Summit, which has speakers from all over the U.S. that are top of their game in pro-life ministries to instruct youth on how to be evangelistic in the cause for life. This is by far one of the most awesome events I've been involved with as a youth director, and I want your youth to be involved. So if you're a youth worker and you want a contingency, please give me a call. Please give me an email so I can get you the appropriate information on that. Okay, that's the end of this video. Just remember, every life is worth fighting for because every life is precious and has dignity in the eyes of God. God bless you, and we'll see you here next time.